Believe me,
I will be the greatest
testosterone
producer that God ever created, and I mean that.
Sorry!
This is A-Game. Fast acting, long lasting, with no side effects.
What's going on, world? DS1 Ross, and we back here on SHEEPSTAYSLEEPTV. Shout out to everybody who support the platform. Much love. And we're back with another video. And in this video, I'm going to explain exactly why black men shouldn't compete with one another. Now, a perfect example of this is the situation between Dame Dash and Jay-Z. Now, during Rockefeller days, Rockefeller records, if you are a fan of hip hop, you know that those were like the good old days. You know, the late 90s, early 2000s. Those were the days, man, when we could expect a Ja Rule album, a Jay-Z album, a DMX album. You know, early 2000s, late 90s was the Rockefeller era, the golden era. And we as men understand that things must come to an end. Everything don't stay the same. People grow, and some people grow apart. You know, not all the time a dynasty stays together, because that's what Biggs, which is Dame's best friend, Dame Dash, and Jay-Z were. They were the dynasty. That's who they were. But what actually kind of tarnished the legacy of it all is the fact that they started competing with one another. And the competition wasn't friendly competition. The competition was adversarial. It was tension there. And everybody know that initially the tension started over a female between Dame Dash and Jay-Z, which was Aaliyah. God bless the dead. Rest in peace to Aaliyah. But the point is this is why we shouldn't compete with each other, black men, because what tends to happen is both of our reputations get smeared due to this adversarial, competitive type of spirit that we have with one another. It only leads to a breakup. It only leads to a breakdown. It only leads to destructive things. The results that's going to come from it is never going to be pretty. See, because Jay-Z is who Jay-Z is, Dame Dash is who he is. You see? So it's not like these two men were going to back down from each other. It's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. But with those black men both being thinking black men, those black men, they may not say this. Well, Dame has said it, not Jay-Z, but Dame has said in the past that he regret doing a lot of shit that he done. Because thinking black men thinks for the future. If you're a thinking black man, that means you are a man of foresight. So you a man that think further ahead. And what Dame realized is his actions affected how he's perceived now. A lot of people have a lot of misinterpretations about Dame because how Dame used to act, how Dame, and especially how Dame handled the Jay-Z situation. He handled it very messy. Very messy. And what that did was that made dudes not want to deal with him further down the line. You see? Because when his artists started to leave him, you know, guys like Currency, Styley, a lot of those guys who moved away from Dame, they had the gripes that people say Jay-Z had with Dame. You see? Where Dame feels like he got to compete with people. You can't compete with your artists. Why are you and your artists fighting for the same woman? If your artist was able to take your woman, then that don't have nothing to do with your artist. That has something to do with you and how you was dealing with that woman. But see, that underlying jealousy that a lot of dudes have for people is undeniable. And it's going to come out eventually. And let me explain this to you, brothers. Sometimes you can have people jealous of you who have more than you. Sometimes you'll have people that's jealous of you that is further in life than you. Sometimes you don't even understand why this person is jealous of you. And it's simply because of who you are. It simply goes back to having internal value. Having internal value. And when you have this internal value, understand, brothers, that light shines. That light shines. And it shines bright. You see? And sometimes what happens is dudes forget who you are. See, that's what happened with Dame. See, Dame was so full of himself that he forgot who Jay was. Dame thought nobody could ever take his girl. Nobody could ever, outshine him or, make him look like he's not the big man on campus. That's not true. Every man has his own light. Every man got his own style. And sometimes that swag and that style may impress other people more than yours. And see, some dudes can't handle that. So it turns into a competition. It turns into why you looking at him? Why you listening to him? Oh, he don't got nothing to say. Oh, he don't know what he's talking about. See, it leads to this competition. See, black men only want to compete with each other to destroy one another. Let me repeat that. Black men only want to compete with each other when they want to destroy one another. That's the only time. That's the only time. And this is why the Jay-Z and Dame Dash beef even started. It started because Dame Dash was insecure about his girl liking another dude. He felt insecure about him not being seen as that dude. See? See, sometimes dudes could feel intimidated by your influence. And when you're dealing with other black men like this, understand that that's competition. And black men, if you don't take nothing from this video, make sure you take this message. Everybody that's around you is not around you to see you progress. Some people are around you to use you to keep fueling theirs. Understand that. And this is why black men shouldn't compete with each other. Because when we compete with each other, it only proves that there's only going to be one winner. We're all not going to win. You see? And other black men out here don't want to see other black men win for the most part. Listen, don't let people fool you when they tell you they want to see people win. You got to watch people's actions and what they do, not what they say, but what they do. See, because remember, Jay-Z started out as Dame Dash's artist. So how does your little homie, like Dame looked at Jay, how did your little homie become bigger than you? How did your little homie become more influential than you? How did your little homie get the attention and the likes of your woman? See, some guys, they don't understand how that works. And it works simply because every man got their own light. You see? And just like your light shine bright, my light shine bright too, bro. And some black men, they don't know how to deal with that, man. Dame was one of those guys. That shit didn't sit right with him. But see, jealousy, envy, that shit eats up at you. And it's been eating up at Dame for years. That's why him and Jay-Z made up. Because he realized he was wrong. He was hating on his little homie. He was hating on his little brother. He mistreated and misused his little bro because of his own insecurities and his own inadequacies. And this is why black men shouldn't compete with each other, because at the end, our brothers are going to be destroyed, man. And at the end of the day, if we're going to be our own agency, then competing with one another is counterproductive. Competing with each other is anti-black male agency. But see, as long as you follow the lost value system, you're going to continue to feel that you have to compete with the next black man, because it can only be one. Because that's what the lost value system tells you. It can only be one. It can only be one. But look what happens to that one. So keep that in mind. So get down in the comment section and let me know what y'all think. I appreciate y'all for tuning into the video. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified every time I drop some new content right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Shout out to all of the visionaries. Much love to the A Game Nation. I'm going to catch y'all on the next video. Peace.
This is A Game. Fast acting, long lasting, with no side effects.